Start with the name of Allah, the most beneficent and the most merciful. Dear students of class 6, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome you in Pakistan International School, Taif's virtual learning system. Dear students, this is English lecture number 31 for grade 6. And today we are going to learn novel Around the World in 80 Days. Around the World in 80 Days. And today's page is 67 to 71. And here's your teacher, Sarfaz Qadim. Dear students, in the last lecture, we have completed the chapter number 8 about the novel Around the World in 80 Days. So randomly we have to learn the chapters from the novel book. So in this final term, we are going to start from chapter number 11. And then we have different chapters for learning in this final term. So this is lecture 31 for grade 6, and we are going to learn novel Around the World in 80 Days. Dear students, in the last lecture, in lecture number 30, we have completed our chapter number 10 about Brighter Grammar Book. It was a topic about the sentence types, exclamation. So hope so you understood the things, and now we have lecture 31 and it's a novel Around the World in 80 Days. This is the page preview of the book Around the World in 80 Days. And this is, dear students, for the class 6. And chapter number 11 we have today. The topic of chapter number 11 is the bag of banknotes become lighter by thousands of pounds. This is the topic of the chapter number 11. The bag of banknotes become lighter by thousands of pounds. And as I told you, the page number 67 to 71. Let's start the reading of the chapter number 11. The bag of banknotes becomes lighter by thousands of pounds. This is, dear students, the page number 67. Chapter 11, the bag of banknotes becomes lighter by thousands of pounds above of the novel Around the World in 80 Days. Once the train reached Kolkata, Phileas Fogg wanted to settle Auda comfortably in a Hong Kong steamer. He was unwilling to leave her while they were still in this horrific country. Just as they were leaving the station, a policeman came up to him and said, "Are you Mr. Phileas Fogg?" "Yes," said Phileas Fogg. "Is this man your servant?" asked the policeman. "Yes," replied Phileas Fogg. Now, dear students, in these paragraphs, uh, uh, this is the explanation that when train reached in India, Kolkata, Phileas Fogg wanted to settle out comfortably in a Hong Kong steamer. Steamers, dear students, a device or a kind of engine which runs with the steam. And he was unwilling to leave her while they were still in this horrific country. They were just about to leave the station. A policeman just came and asked, "Are you Mr. Phileas Fogg?" He said, "Yes." "And is this your servant?" He said, "Yes." "Both of you have to follow me." said the policeman. Passepartout tried to reason with the policeman, but Phileas Fogg showed no surprise at this request. Means, dear students, the Passepartout was trying to ask the reason from the policeman that why we have to follow you, why you want unto us, but Phileas Fogg showed no surprise at this request. Mr. Fogg told his servant to be quiet and asked the policeman if Auda could accompany them. The policeman accepted his request. Phileas Fogg, Auda, and Passepartout sat on a palki gadi. Now, palki gadi means a sort of four-wheeled carriage drawn by horses and were driven away. The carriage stopped near a house. They were led into a room. The policeman said, "You will appear before Judge Obadiah at 8:30." Now, dear students, when they after the station, policemen set all the people like Phileas Fogg, Auda, and Passepartout set on a palki gadi, yani a sort of four-wheeled carriage drawn by horses, and they were just driven away, and they just reached in a house, near a house, and they were led into a room. And then policemen said them that you will appear before Judge Obadiah at 8:30. The policeman then retired and closed the door. A policeman went out means, and he closed the door where they were sitting in the room. Are we prisoners that we are being treated like this? Exclaimed Passepartout. Now, dear students, here the Passepartout just cry or might be said in a loud voice that are we prisoners that you people are uh, treating us like this? Auda said, "Oh, sir, it is on my account that you are receiving this kind of treatment. Please leave me to my fate." Now, dear students, here Auda said to Phileas Fogg that, "Sir, it's on my account," means you people are just facing this kind of situation because of me. So let me go and let me leave on my fate, and you please go away or you just leave me because this whole the situation is because of me. Please folk assured her that they could not have been confined for preventing a sati. In any case, it was his duty to escort her to Hong Kong. But the steamer leaves at noon, said Passepartout. Now, here, dear students, when the Auda said like this, the Phileas Fogg assured her that no need to like this, and it's my duty to put you in safe to reach you at your destination, like to Hong Kong. So, but on that time, the passporter said the steamer will leave at noon. "We shall be on board by noon," replied Phileas Fogg. At 8:30, the door opened. The policemen led them to a courtroom. Judge Obadiah ordered the complainant to come in. When the three Indian priests entered, Passepartout muttered, "These are the rogues who were burning our young lady." Now, dear students, here when the time came and the judge entered in the court, so there three priests entered, and here Passepartout muttered some kind of murmur like this, and he said that these are the rogues. like mischievous persons like this. The cleric read out the complaint against Phileas Fogg and his servant, who were accused of violating a place held sacred by the Hindu religion. Now, this was the blame kind of, or you can say in other words, what was the accusation about? Who they were accused of violating a place held sacred by the Hindu religion. I admit the charge, replied Mr. Fogg, but I wish to hear these priests admit to what they were going to do at the pagoda at Pillaji. Now, here, dear students, Mr. Fogg said that I admit my charge. You people, what they are going to blame or accused me, I am going to accept it. But one thing I wanted to say that these priests, these people, what they were doing on that place at Pillaji, we are not talking about the pagoda of Pillaji, but of the pagoda of Malabar Hill in Bombay, said the judge. Now here judge said we are not talking about that. We are talking about the and as proof added the cleric. Here are the desecrator's shoes which he left behind him. So dear students, when the cleric just present a proof and in proof he just showed desecrator's shoes. Dear students, the desecrator means a person who profanes or violates the sacredness or sanctity of something. So he just present before the judge. My shoes, cried Passepartout. And now here, when Passepartout saw the shoes, he cried, my shoes. In the confusion of their adventure at Pillaji, the master and servant had forgotten about the fair in Bombay. Fix, the detective, had foreseen the advantage in Passepartout's adventure. He requested the magistrate at Bombay to dispatch a warrant for them to Calcutta. Fix delayed his journey by 12 hours. He then went to the priest and promised them a large sum of damage and sent them to Calcutta by the next train. Owing to the delay caused by the rescue of the young women, Fix and priest reached Calcutta before Mr. Fogg and Passepartout. Fix's disappointment may be imagined when he learned that Phileas Fogg had not reached Calcutta. For 24 hours, Fix watched the station with feverish anxiety. At last, he saw Mr. Fogg and Passepartout. He hurried to call a policeman, and this was how the travelers were arrested and brought before Judge Obadiah. Now, dear students, here in the court, the detective had first an advantage in Passepartout's adventure. He requested the magistrate at Bombay to dispatch a warrant for them to Calcutta. Fix delayed his journey by 12 hours, and he then went to the princess and promised them a large sum of damage. Now, dear students, the people who were just giving, they were saying that they are the accusers, or they are the person who just violate the sacred place. So he just went over to them and he promised them that he will pay the large sum of the damage. And also he requested to the magistrate that Bombay to dispatch a warrant for them to Calcutta. Means not to dispatch to Bombay, but for Calcutta. Judge Ubadia had listened to Passepartout's rash confession. I condemn Passepartout to imprisonment for 15 days and a fine of 300 pounds, said the judge. This kind of, dear students, the punishment, or you can say imprisonment for 15 days and a fine of 300 pounds, was given to them by the judge. And since it has not been proved that the act was not committed. Now, dear students, here, dear students, here, they said that, and since it has not been proved, now it was not proved that the act was not committed without the connivance of the master. He must be held responsible for the act of his servant. So I condemn Fleece Folk to a week's imprisonment and a fine of 150 pounds. Now Fix was happy. Now Fix, dear students, the person who was trying to delay their, in other words, and he was saying that they should not complete the uh, in 80 days, around the world in 80 days, and they were just trying that to delay them to stay there, and they was trying to create the barriers for them. Connivance, dear students, means the conspiracy or some kind of hidden immoral things happens, or any kind of plan which is remain secret, but that is not illegal. It's immoral or illegal, in other words, or to give kind of damage to a other person. Fix was happy at last he was successful to detaining Mr. Fogg for a week. Now here the Fix was happy that he just was making a barrier or making a stay or making a way to their to Mr. Fogg for a week minimum. But then he warrant from London would surely come. Passepartout was shocked this judgment would ruin his master. Phileas Fogg was self-composed as if the judgment did not concern him. Just when the cleric was about to call the next person, Phileas Fogg rose and said, I offer bail. Now here, dear students, Phileas Fogg just stand up and he just said to the judge that I offer the bail. You have that right, but each prisoner will have to pay 1,000 pounds. Returned the judge. Fixed blood ran cold. I will pay the money at once, said Mr. Fogg. And he took a roll of banknotes from the bag and placed them on the clerk's desk. Now, dear students, he just said for the bell, and the judge said, yes, you can, and you have to pay 1,000 pounds for each prisoner. He said, yes, I will, and he just stand up and he just he took a roll of banknotes from the bag and placed them on the clerk's desk. This sum will be returned to you upon your release from the prison, said the judge. Now you are out on bail. Now, dear students, when he was imprisoned for 15 days in the jail, he just say, I wanted to offer a bail, and he just said yes, and he just paid the money. He said, when you're uh, released from the prison, you will be given this money back, but now you are out on bail. Passepartout was given this his shoes. Mr. Fogg, along with Auda, departed from the courtroom, followed by Passepartout. Fix saw them leaving in the carriage and stamped his feet in disappointment. Now, Fix was trying to stop them not to travel, and but but Phileas Fogg just got successful to get Bell, and he just went out on his way, and Fix becomes disappointed. So this is the page number 70, dear students. We have completed our chapter. Let's see what's next. Dear students, this is the chapter number 71, and here we have the exercise questions and exercises. Questions and exercises. You can see over on this page, dear students. So here we have this. Now, first question is answer the following questions. Number one, what was Mr. Fogg's plan for Auda after reaching Kolkata? Number two, why was Mr. Fogg and his companion arrested? Number three, how did Mr. Fogg react to the arrest? And number four, was Fix successful in Detaining Mr. Fogg. Now we have answers of these questions in the next page. We'll do after this. Now we have matched the following words in list A with their antonyms in list B. Dear students, antonyms means anti-word, against word. Means, for example, if I say day, you will say night. Okay, sky, earth, like this means opposite meanings, in other words, which is like good, bad, like this. So have a look over there in list A. Number one is dangerous. Number one is dangerous. So we have to find the opposite meaning, antonym, from the list B. Now here we have number one, dangerous, profane, carefree, safe, refused, well-bred, repair. Now which one is the antonym of the word dangerous? So this is safe. Look over here. Dangerous, safe. Number two is accepted. What? Accepted. It is refused. When someone accept kind of invitation or anything and someone refused not to accept, so means this is the against word, antonym word of the accepted is refused. Number three, rogue. Now what is the antonym of well-bred? This is rogue means not well, not good, in other words. Number four, sacred. Sacred is means holy, pious, in other words. Profane, not holy, not pious. Number five, damage. So we have a damage means a kind of someone is just broken or kind of damage. So what will be the damage word is kind of repair. Okay. And number six, last, anxious, a kind of person who's worried, anxious. So has the meaning, anti-meaning of the word anxious is carefree, someone who doesn't care. Okay, dear students. And then we have exercise here three, who speaks these words and to whom, when, and why. Dear students, now what we have kind of sentence or passage is given. And now we have to tell who said these words. Like, you will appear before Judge Ubadia at 8:30. Now, who said this statement or this sentence? The policeman said to them means to say to Mr. Fogg, Passpota, Tauda, like this. Number two, I condemn days to imprisonment for 15 days and a fine of 300 pounds. Who said this? Said the judge. I condemn Passport out imprisonment for 15 days and a fine of 300 pounds. So this is a punishment was given to the Passport out, not to Mr. Fogg or out. Okay. And so here number two is said the judge. Number three, I will pay the money at once. Who say I will pay the money at once, said Mr. Fogg. Keep in your mind, dear students, these things. And then number four is give the plurals of the following words. What give? Plurals. Singular means single, plural means more than the one. Now, what is the kilometer is singular? What is the plural of the kilometer? Army, box, loaf, deer, hero, life, city, sheep. These are the words which are here in singular form, and you have to change or you have to write the plural form of these words. So this is your homework, dear students. Now let's see the answers of these questions. Here we have questions, answers, a novel around the world in 80 days, chapter 11, page 71. Number question one is, what was Mr. Fogg's plan for Auda after reaching Kolkata? What was plan? Phileas Fogg wanted to settle out comfortably in a Hong Kong steamer. This was the plan of Mr. Fogg. Number question two is, why was Mr. Fogg and his companion arrested? Fogg is arrested with Passport in Calcutta because the latter desecrated a temple by wearing shoes. Desecrated, okay? Fogg is arrested with Passport in Calcutta because the latter desecrated a temple by wearing shoes. Number three, how did Mr. Fogg react to the arrest? Means what was the reaction of Mr. Fogg at the time of the arrest? Mr. Fogg showed no surprise at the arrest. He was just a common, he was normal, in other words. And the last and four, was fixed successful in detaining Mr. Fogg. Detaining means to make away, to create barrier, to make stop for the traveling. We said no, he could not success to detain Mr. Fogg while watching them to leave the carriage. He stamped his feet in disappointment. So these are the answers, dear students, of the page number, chapter number 11, and on page number 71. And the topic of chapter 11 is the bag of banknotes becomes lighter by thousands of pounds. So, dear students, this is all about today's lecture. If you have any question regarding this novel, today's chapter, you can ask me on the Zoom. I'm available. So, this is all about today's lecture. Dear students, now we have a homework. What is the homework? As I told you on the page number 71, on the question answers and exercise, give the plurals of the following words, and words are here: kilometer, army, box, loaf, deer, hero, life, city, and sheep. These are the words. Now what you have to do, dear students, listen very carefully. You have to write the plural form of these words. These are in singular, like kilometer. Now what you have to write the plural form of the kilometer. What will be, you know very well: army or box, okay, loaf, deer, hero, like this. So dear students, this is the homework, and send to me through WhatsApp. I will wait for your homework. I will be waiting for your homework, dear students. This is all about today's lecture, and see you in the next lecture. Allah Hafiz and goodbye.